What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be doing skills that you can take on 2 players by only using 1 skill move. Now, all of these skills I've done in a game past 2 players and it's worked. That's why I've chose these 5. There's more than these 5, but I know for sure these 5 work. Alright, so the first skill move that we're going to talk about is the cannon. Now, I've done this plenty of times on my channel, but only showing beating 1 person. Now, with this, you can beat 2 players very, very easily as long as you get your timing right. Now, if you've noticed with this one, the player is approaching me a bit closer on one side, which is the first little touch you want to do. So if they're approaching you first on the right-hand side, that's when your first touch comes with your right. And then when the second person comes in, that's when you do the left, and it goes between 2 players. Sometimes you need to stretch it out so it's a longer cannon, but normally it works totally fine, just like how I'm showing. It's very, very fast to get you past the players, especially if they're both closing you down in a tight space. It's one of my favourite ones. It's one of the easiest to do. Give yourself a go at it and have fun with it. Alright, so you guys know I love the McGeady spin. It's one of my favourite skills to watch. It's one of my favourite skills to do. It just looks beautiful and it's perfect to use in a game. Now, this one's perfect when there's a defender approaching you from behind and a defender approaching you from the front. Now, if you need to turn out right or left, you want to try and practice this skill on both feet because you're going to need to change direction in both ways. What you might find is with this skill, it's all about the timing. So if you don't get the timing right, they might be able to close you down quick. So as long as you've got enough space and there's a gap between the defender behind you and in front, you're going to be able to turn in whichever direction you want. Alright, so for the third one, we're going to do the roulette. Now, this one again is to do with timing just like the first one. Some player needs to approach you first before the second player, and it can be used a lot in a game. I've used this one personally in a game against 2 players in a different kind of position, but the same type of thing. One player is trying to close me down, I'm dragging it away from them. Another player is coming to close me down, and I drag it behind them. So it gets rid of 2 players with 1 skill move. That's the aim of this video. More about how you need to stretch the skill out. So maybe the defenders are further away, so you need to make the roulette a bit longer with your legs. But then again, they might be really close, and you need to make it really tight. Yeah, it's all about just being aware of what's around you and how to use the skill, or if this skill's perfect for that position. Give this one a go. It's beautiful when it comes off. Alright, moving on to the 4th skill, we have the elastico, or the flip-flop as I call it. This one can be used in a lot of different types of positions. If 2 players are closing you down, you can use the skill to either side of them, to the left of them, to the right of them. It's just a nice little skill to push it away from the players and get behind them. But if you want to go down the middle like I showed in the example, then you're just going to look like a hero. I can't remember a time I did it between the 2 players, I'm going to be honest, but I do remember a time where 2 players were closing me down and I megsed one of them using that skill and then got past 2 of them anyway. So like I say, you can go to the left of them, the right of them, between them, or through one of the legs. It's just one of them skills that's that fast that they don't know how to deal with, and the only way they know how to is to either bring you down or let you run through, and then you can either make a pass, a shot, whatever you want to do after that. Practice this one. I've taught this one quite a lot in my other videos, so if you want to go see how to do this skill, then you can go check out my other videos. You'll find it in there. I do lots of different skills on this channel. If it's your first time watching one of these videos, then hello, subscribe if you want to, like the video if you want to, and go check out my other skill videos. Alright, so for the last skill that I'm about to show you, it's not essentially a skill move, but it's kind of a skilled play in a sense. When there's 2 people approaching you, I've done this numerous times in games. Sometimes I've done this more than twice, but for the example you see, I do it over 2 people's heads. If they're both really tight, then it's hard to like flick it over 2 people's heads and run behind them because one of them is probably going to block you off while the other one gets the ball. But yeah, it's very rare position that happens, but it does happen. I've done it, like I said, numerous times in football before. You don't really need to practice this one, but if the time comes in a game, then use it. It's really effective.
Saying that it feels right.
Oh, what a save! Oh, fucking hell! No!
Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut.